Hello everyone, back with some more thrift store finds. Have a bit of a reprieve from the summer heat finally today. It's pretty cloudy and overcast and rather cool. Went out to the bargain bins again, so let's check out what I found today. A couple odds and ends, and then another stack of DVDs. It was a great day for that, and a great find for books as well. Good all around. We have Vintage Puzzle Rock Lords, which the right number of pieces are in here. I'll have to build it or have Amanda build it to make sure they're the correct pieces, but it seems to be complete, so that was a great little find, as well as one of the action figures from the Ghostbusters animated series with his arms. So that was just kind of sitting in the bottom of a bin. Of course, I dug around to see if there were more. There were not. This tin case 5 DVD collection. This is a Chaplin. The Legend Lives On. It's a collection of 31 Charlie Chaplin shorts. I like a lot of these tin case design things. I don't really do them anymore. Usually those more for DVD, and even sometimes it would be like public domain stuff that would be in these, but it ended up in a cool collection. So these are always fun to grab. A couple of Blu-rays and then a ton of DVDs. We had The Hangover, unrated edition, and the Blu-ray DVD combo of The Force Awakens. Then starting off with a ton of TV shows, a nice little stack of TV on DVD. We have The King of Queens seasons 5, 6, and 7 in these little cases that would have been part of a set. So 5, 6, and 7, they can fold out. Grab those. As well as Different Strokes seasons 1 and 2. I feel like someone had kind of like a starter set for TV seasons, because we have Different Strokes seasons 1 and 2 on DVD. Cheers seasons 1 and season 5. Season 1 of Grimm. Seasons 1 and 2 of Family Ties. Then Frasier season 4. As well as Doctor Who, seasons 8 and 9, or series 8. They split them in two to get the most out of people with these later seasons. They're like 2 discs each, but season 8, parts 1 and 2, and then 9, 1 and 2. Then a ton of individual DVDs and a few collections. There's Legends series 20 movie classics, Alfred Hitchcock's The Legend Begins. So a bunch of earlier Hitchcock stuff together. Wild Things. Scream, just about that time of year. The Smokey and the Bandit pack, which has Smokey and the Bandit 2, and Smokey and the Bandit 3, which I have never seen 3, and I really, let me know if it's worth checking out. I've heard horrible things, but it's one of those where it's kind of like, the first one's a decent movie. Second one's like, it's whatever, just not my thing at all. Third one, I don't know, should I check it out? Before that pops up on the store, just let me know. Jane Eyre, one of the many different versions of that. Wedding Singer. Better Off Dead. Paddington. Some more Bond today with Die Another Day, the 2-disc edition, Casino Royale, Scooby-Doo 2, The Wedding Date, The Village, Beauty and the Beast Platinum Edition, Special Edition box set, Jane Eyre, What's Eating Gilbert Grape, Superman, Batman, Public Enemies, the High School Reunion Collection version of Weird Science, Nim's Island, Dear John, Once Upon a Time in America. This is a great movie, a very long movie. It's always 2 discs for the extended cut. I have like a nice box set version of this exact DVD. I think it's just a later reprint of that. Two Brothers, Oz the Great and Powerful. What a terrible movie that was. Flags of Our Fathers, Dolly Parton's Christmas of Many Colors, Circle of Love, Flipper and Flipper New Adventure. I really like the show from the 60s, Flipper. Never was into any of the movies, like the newer, the Paul Hogan one, these ones. I don't know, it was more just that show that I really liked. Euro Trip, Elf, Home Alone, Season of the Witch, SWAT, Patriot Games, Little Women, different edition of Casino Royale, The Duff, a sealed copy of that same high school reunion version of Weird Science, so one new and one open for some reason in there, Office Space, Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer, with the little golden book side, those are always good for Christmas time, American History X, the complete first season of Modern Family, the 40th anniversary edition of The Sound of Music, Liar Liar, Under the Influence, Ken Davis Live, Young Frankenstein, Wedding Crashers, the Peanuts movie, which this is just a horrible decision to go with the art direction for this. I mean, the Peanuts has such an iconic, Sunday morning funnies style, and then that translated so well into the older animated series that it really has a defined animation style. To try and mimic that in this weird 3D computerized style, the CG, that was just a really bad decision for that movie. Road to Perdition, Clueless, the Whatever edition, Go Diego Go, Diego's Arctic Rescue, Fearfully and Wonderfully Made, One Flew Over the Cuckoo's Nest. It's really interesting. I've never seen this exact slipcover for Dirty Harry, Clint Eastwood. It's actually really cool. When I first was reaching in, picking it up, at first I thought it was just kind of ripped, but it actually has this really cool effect with the bullet where it's actually a hole and it's embossed where you can kind of almost feels like a little bit like shattered glass, like as far as you can get with the plastic feel. So where it's kind of a cool slipcover. Interesting addition. The Dixie Chicks, An Evening with the Dixie Chicks. Then we have Trooper, The Legend of the Golden Key, Incredibles, Crash, Disney's Babes in Toyland, Moonstruck, Mixed Nuts, Where the Wild Things Are, Jumanji, The Next Level, Quick Change with Bill Murray, 10 Things I Hate About You, She's the Man, one of my personal 80s favorites, Adventures in Babysitting, The Notebook, Overboard, Touching Home, The Legend of Billie Jean, another good 80s movie, a Marine movie 3-pack with the Marine, Marine 2, and the Marine Homefront. One of these volumes of Ancient Aliens, Season 4. And just a handful of VHS, this special collector's edition clamshell of American Graffiti. And we have Steve McQueen and Bullet. Mortal Kombat Annihilation. And I want to give this one a watch, because I've never heard of this version. This is a Hallmark Entertainment, so probably Hallmark, I guess, probably was a TV movie, but this version of Don Quixote has been made into a movie many times. But this one with John Lithgow, it's kind of an interesting choice. Bob Hoskins, Vanessa Williams, and Isabella Rossellini. That's an interesting cast, that cast also speaks TV movie to me, so I feel like, yeah, okay, on the back here, TNT original, back when, TNT was a fun channel to watch. Yeah, I want to check this out, because it seems kind of an odd casting choice, but it feels very much of the times. You can tell, like, when this came out on TNT, so I want to watch that. That seems like an interesting thing. Just a few music finds. We have one Bill Cosby comedy cassette, some Asia, some Sherry Austin, Air Supply, Hinder, Extreme Behavior, and some Gwen Stefani, The Sweet Escape. And getting into the books, a few of the Magic Treehouse and A to Z Mysteries, Blood Hollow, Paddywhacked, The Untold Story of the Irish-American Gangster, one Star Wars Republic Commando, The True Colors, Design for a Great Day, some vintage sci-fi, The Boat of a Million Years, Starfarers. Some torso books. We have Lustfully Ever After and Cherished. This really old Mother Goose Complete. I like some of the art and some of these vintage ones here. The Light Behind the Window. One Fearful Yellow Eye. Farnham's Freehold. Inferno. One that is in pretty bad shape, but I want to give it a read, so that'll probably be, if it's mine, I'll probably upgrade it. Wouldn't be for the store, it's too bad shape. But from the Star Trek, from the Lost Era series, which I have not read many of those, we have Serpents Among the Ruins. So I want to give that a read and see if it's, if it's something that is worth, rereading. I'll look for a better copy for the collection eventually, but it's one that's going to be, for me, that picked up, even though it's a little beat up. So Morrison Scott card, Children of the Mind. Stranger in a Strange Land. This is a cover that I've not seen before. We've seen, various editions of Stranger in a Strange Land, like millions of them. I think the one we find the most is always that one that has a bluish cover with the gold, signature edition on the side. But I've never seen this particular one, so I wanted to grab that. This vintage Red Rider book, Red Rider and the Secret of Wolf Canyon. By the author of Jaws, we have Beast, another creature of the sea. A Distant Trumpet, and The Spear Cuts Through Water. So that was it for today. I'm very happy with my trip out this morning. Thankfully, it was not boiling on the heat like I have been for months, and a great variety of stuff. It's always my favorite. Again, I love when I get the piles and piles of DVDs and things like that, but I like when there's a variety of stuff. I really feel like my time was well spent. Found a lot of great stuff. Love to hear how your week is going so far, and if you have been out to thrift stores too, I'd love to hear what you have found as well.